Welcome to the hot seat, where bold claims meet cold facts. Ready to challenge the narrative and stir up some real talk? It's time to get real. Let's dive in.
Hey. This is my boyfriend Derek. This is Derek's boyfriend Ben.
Hey. Oh. Wait, sorry, what's the situation?
What do you mean?
How does this work?
Derek is gay, but he's straight for me, but he's gay, and Ben's really gay for Derek, and I hate Ben.
It's not that complicated. No.
Oh, yeah.
Open relationships aren't as straightforward as they seem, right? What are your thoughts on navigating these complex emotional waters?
Anyway, he's been asking for proof that I'm racist.
Proof that she's racist? Are you done laughing at me? Do you have proof that she's racist? Like, how is she racist? I know. Like, how is she racist? Yeah.
How is she racist?
What has she done that's racist?
Obviously, okay, can you even
What do you say obvious? But what's obvious? Like, how do I know anything about her just looking at her? That's crazy.
I'm white. He wants proof that I'm racist.
Being labeled without evidence, it's a heavy accusation. How should we approach fairness and proof in such sensitive matters?
Was there ever a point in history where white privilege did exist?
Yeah, I suppose when we lived in a country where if you were black, you were not allowed to go into certain places, right? I suppose you could say again, and I guess that wouldn't be white privilege, you would call that Nordic privilege in the progressive era when there were signs that said Irish need not apply, so that's a different, that is white on white, a lack of a privilege. Of course, there's examples in the history of the world where you would have been privileged if your skin was white, especially in this country and in other countries as well. But today, no, white privilege does not exist.
When did it end?
Over time, beginning with the civil rights era, it's not a particular incident or moment, but multi-generations, the country became significantly less racist. I would say after Reconstruction, after the Civil War, after, when we had...
We just saw a heated debate on white privilege. What's your take? Fact or fiction? Let's dissect this together.
Here on the Western Washington campus, she's going nuts with the Trump sign. With the Trump sign. She doesn't like the Trump sign.
Oh, no. It sounds really, I thought something was wrong. Yeah, I'm cool though. But no one else.
She's anti-Trump. This apparently is an art, folks, an art major.
That reaction to the Trump sign. Why do you think political symbols provoke such strong feelings? Let's explore.
But Evan, the words you're speaking to conservative and they didn't tell you.
What's wrong with that?
No, nothing. It's just you didn't inform us that you are speaking for campus reform. You didn't tell me.
What's wrong with me being with campus reform?
I don't want to speak to you.
You don't have to, but she can.
Well, I'm letting her know that she doesn't have to speak to you because you're part of campus reform.
She doesn't have to speak to me if she doesn't want to.
Well, it's just great when you explain where it comes from, but I'm okay. Precisely because I have read about the perspective of various people, including conservatives, that I can tell that this person is extremely harmful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Do you want to, may I ask you a few questions?
Nope.
Why not?
I'm good.
How about you?
All set, thank you.
Anybody want to answer questions? Nobody?
Noticing how dialogue shuts down across political lines. What's the best way to keep conversations open and productive?
Fuck Donald Trump.
And why do you say that?
Because he's a bigot.
What do you say that's racist?
A lot of shit. He said Mexicans are criminals.
He called all Mexicans racist, is what you're saying?
He did.
Well, actually, what he said in his speech, and you can go look it up, he said that people are coming across the border.
Wait. I don't care.
You don't care what he said?
No, because he implied that all Mexicans are criminals.
Well, he didn't.
Correct. Stated that they were criminals and they shouldn't be here. And in what purpose? And what he doesn't have to say. Every single whenever he says Mexicans as a whole, that is what he's referring. He's saying Mexican.
Do you mind if she records?
Oh no. Oh no.
She's not allowed to record.
Oppressing a woman.
I'm just asking questions.
I can speak on behalf of women. I don't feel oppressed here.
You don't feel oppressed here? I kind of felt oppressed when he, was covering up.
You're gonna tell me about oppression? A white man's gonna tell me about oppression?
I'm just saying he was standing in front of the camera, not letting.
Ever find it tricky to articulate why you dislike a politician? Let's figure out what really fuels our political preferences.
Pick between him and Joe Biden. I'm not voting in Joe Biden. You want to see a bunch of black people go to jail by the next 4 years? Put Joe Biden to it. Watch what happens. You want to see black men get killed substantially? Like you've never seen before? Put Joe Biden in and watch what happens. These Democrats, and I'm sorry to say this, I'm not trying to, but they hate black people. These are the same people who fought to keep slavery in. These are the same people who built the KKK. These are the same people who hated us from the beginning. The Republican Party is the party of the blacks. Blacks free, the Republican Party is the only party that the black people actually assisted in finding. But all of that history has been torn away. People say, oh, there was this big switch. There was never...
That clash between a black Trump supporter and a white liberal reporter. Did it challenge any stereotypes for you?
You don't want any immigrants speaking other languages? Or you just want...
No, I want the government to have an official language of the U.S. Our documents are written in English.
So what's the issue with there not being an official...
Because a nation of foreigners is not a nation, it's a colony. You're foreign to one another.
Well, that kind of goes against capitalist ideas, though.
Why?
That's all diverse. In a capitalist society, you want a free market with free choices.
Yeah, but the best ideas win. So the diversity is not the strength, the excellence is the strength.
Well, the diversity is the platform for the strength.
So diversity is a temporary condition to eventually get to excellence, right?
I guess temporary.
Because if you have really bad food poison food and really good food, the good food is going to win out. So it's not the diversity of food, it's the competition of it.
Charlie Kirk on open borders. Where do you land after hearing his points? Let's hash it out in the comments.
Only happening on one side.
What do you mean, beheading and women?
Is that only happening to one side of people?
That specifically, yes.
Nope, it's not. ILF breaks people all the time. Like, that is a huge tactic.
You want to sit down and have a chat about it?
No, I don't need to chat with you. I already know what people are. Yeah, no, this man is
Okay.
actually a murderer. Like, we can't talk with him.
Well, you never even asked if I killed anyone.
Tensions flared between a retired soldier and a pro-Hamas advocate. How can we maintain respect in such heated debates?
Okay, say that one more time.
A trans woman is a person with a woman's soul in a man's body.
Oh, I see. Okay. So you're willing to appropriate the word woman. Well, I guess it does fit your definition because it's a man who could open a pickle jar. So that's kind of, I guess it fits your definition. So then you think so lowly of women that you think that someone can just look like one, put on a bra with a dress and makeup, and that magically they like enter womanhood.
Well,
Charlie Kirk versus a pro-trans activist. His arguments resonated more with you. Let's dig into the details.
A lot of are uncomfortable looking at pictures of children that are being aborted. Yeah, I would say that you and many other would feel equally uncomfortable looking at pictures of Sandy Hook victims who were shot. How can you honestly stand up here and say that you support abortion, you support government intervention, you support government intervention to make abortion illegal, which is designed to kill someone, and yet you can stand up here and say you don't want government intervention for guns, which are also designed to kill people?
Because guns are not designed to kill children. Guns are designed to kill bad guys if operated by a proper person. There's not an abortion in the world that doesn't end with the death of a baby.
Ben Shapiro's comparison of guns to babies. Provocative, right? What are your thoughts on this analogy?
Want to catch Wokey moments in 4K? Watch till the end. Subscribe, like the video, and comment Wokies for a chance to win a brand new iPhone 16 or a cash prize. Also, don't forget to check out the next video on the end screen for more chances to win.
A murdered rape and go free and just live the rest of his life.
I'm pro-life. I believe in life from conception to natural death.
Ugh, I'm sorry.
Don't touch me. This is my body. This is my body. But I do have to ask, do you think a woman has 10 or 4 arms? Do you think a woman has 4 arms, or does she have 2?
I don't know what you're asking me.
So if it's your body, then you would have 4 arms when you became pregnant.
Fact-checking in the abortion debate can be revealing. Did any of those points change your perspective?
You describe non-binary. Not conforming to gender norms.
I think it's just people just living, people say living their truth, but it's just people, living their life how they want to live. And if that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
What does non-binary mean?
To me, that means you just love all. You love all. You don't conform to any one sex, person, race, smell. It's just you love who you love when you love them.
Isn't that like bisexual?
No. As long as you have an elevated mindset, you're able to comprehend.
How would you define non-binary?
Not necessarily a man or a woman.
So you could be a girl, a guy, or you could be just neither in general?
Yeah. If you're whatever floats your boat, you know?
Asking about non-binary identities at Pride. What did you learn? Let's discuss the wide world of gender identities.
If you don't want to carry another human being to term and accept those natural biological realities, then don't engage in heterosexual behavior.
Again, that's an assumption that you're making, that I engage in heterosexual behavior.
What church do you go to? Let me go there and get my brain all washed. I need to be clean.
Sir, why are you trying to use religion to justify your extremism?
Well, I'm glad you got your 5 minutes of fame on your camera or whatever, because this is all this is. It's publicity, so you can make everyone think you're a higher person than everyone else.
I'm good.
Go f yourself.
Have a great day. Jesus loves you.
The facts about Planned Parenthood. Were you surprised by any of that information? Let's talk about the implications.
Come from hospitals with cute hats on them. 2 seconds before, where did that baby with a cute little beanie come from?
You want to get into the late stage for?
No, I want you to demonstrate that you understand biology and you don't believe that there's some like magical thing that happens 6 inches in my vaginal canal that transforms a clump of cells.
Excuse me, but that's a ridiculous question. Obviously, I understand biology. Obviously.
Well, no, you don't, sir, because you just said that the grandchild your daughter aborted wasn't a human being. That's fundamentally you disagreeing with biology.
No, that's fundamentally me disagreeing
what is it?
with
What
your
species
view.
What species was your grandchild, sir?
Disagreeing with your
What
view.
species was your grandchild?
What species?
Yeah.
Seeing facts clash with opinions on abortion, how important do you think data should be in such debates?
That's where you're from, yeah.
Sure. So you can change your gender.
Yes.
But I'll give you a minute. But you can't change your ethnicity or your race. A lot of people say, what you mean, like where you're from.
Yes.
I use the word ethnicity more than race, but it's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah. Can you change your ethnicity?
Yeah, well, so, yeah, because gender's a spectrum. So you have loads of different genders, and gender itself is a spectrum. Ethnicity's not. Ethnicity is it's scientific. Gender, it's to do with your brain and your body. Sex is scientific. So you can change your sex biologically, but you can change your gender.
When you say science, do you mean biology, DNA?
Yes.
Gender as a spectrum. Does this concept open up new ways of thinking for you? Let's explore this together.
Paul Robeson went here, the famous black communist.
Oh, communist. Should we be celebrating that?
Are you triggered?
No, I'm asking you a question.
I believe, communism's a great thing, actually.
The idea of communism is like absolutely liberating. It's the idea of like embracing a collective spirit to build a better world.
Yes, resist. What are you resisting?
I'm resisting you, bitch.
Wow, very progressive and brave.
Communism seems to have a renewed appeal for some. Why do you think that is? Let's dive into this ideology.
Basically, if you sort of talk about people actually all these people, the influx of masses taking away our jobs, that's the same fear-mongering that has been going on for centuries.
Well, no, not the taking the jobs part necessarily, but when you suggested universal basic income, if people moved here specifically for the reason to get a handout, for example, because that would probably happen under a universal basic income system.
That would be true.
If the system here is better where they came from, and it's just free money, isn't that super concerning?
No. Because if it's free money, we are human beings. We have a right to live. We have a right to breathe. We have a right to housing. We have a right to food. We should be, as a society, lifting all of us up to recognize our potential, not trying to point fingers at each other going, oh.
Illegal immigration and the issue of handouts. It's a contentious topic. How do we balance compassion with practicality?
Wall?
No.
Why not?
Because it's shown that it doesn't work. If that's the case, then everyone should have a wall up. Everyone should have a wall up.
That's why celebrities have walls around their homes so that people can't get in.
True. But True.
That simple argument that dismantled a wokie's stance. Did it make sense to you? Let's break down the logic. For more wokie videos, click on the screen right now.